was on to flatter roads and the very rim of the Pacific Ocean for stage 4 of the Amgen Tour of California, coursing between Pismo Beach and Avila Beach. And you know, they're only about 12 kilometres apart as the crow flies, but on this stage it was 173 kilometres.
Tom Scoynes, 23 years of age, Hincapie Racing, the winner of the stage yesterday and looking very good at the top of the leaderboard. But as is often the case, after 15 miles of racing, 5 riders got clear and built themselves a lead at one stage of 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Greg Daniel, Kiel Reiner, Jesse Anthony, Will Clark and Daniel Tekla-Haymanot, they were the breakaways, while the main field monitored the limit of their escape, because these were flatter roads now. Mark Cavendish, already the winner of 2 stages, was back on his favourite territory.
His team were doing a lot of pacemaking, made it a fairly easy ride for the overall leader at the start of the day, Tom Scoynes. But sitting in the main field, Peter Sagan was dreaming about opening up his bank account here in America with a first stage win.
For the past 3 days, Peter Sagan has finished in 2nd position and occupies that time overall in the race as well. Out on course, Mark Cavendish, the lead-out man for Mark Renshaw, rather, the lead-out man for Mark Cavendish. He had a flat tyre but fought his way back to the field. But up front, as the riders were running in towards the last 15 miles of the day, the counter-attacks came from the group.
One of the youngest riders in the race at 20 years of age, Greg Daniel, was quite happy to find himself a little bit of freedom, and also joined there by the rider from Drapac, Will Clark, forging a 2-man lead-away group.
A nice attack by the 20-year-old Greg Daniel, riding for the new Action team. There were 3 riders in that man that was swept up in that breakaway. They were still leaving Will Clark out front. Everybody noticing the strange riding style of Greg Daniel. Will Clark himself was swept up, but it wasn't to be. And it was Peter Sagan himself, sensing a change in wind direction, who piled on the pressure.
Yes, he felt the opportunity to try and surprise the sprinters, but he was pulled back into the fold, and inside the final kilometre, a brilliant move by the BMC rider already on the attack yesterday, Daniel Oss of Switzerland, wearing the King of the Mountains jersey on this occasion.
He's come to this event with good form, and he was taking advantage of the run-in down towards the finish. Quite a tortuous one, with a right flick and a left flick before the finishing line. This was a chance as he dangled in front of the race coming towards the finish. As he came into the town of Avila Beach, the peloton, though, were right on his back wheel. A left turn and soon a line-up for the finishing sprint.
Yes, 2 more corners to go, a right and a left, and it had to be an acrobatic, agilic approach to the finish line, and everybody knew it was going to be a tough uphill incline before they got to the actual finishing banner.
And one has to say, had there been no incline, and I think we could safely have said that Daniel Oss may have won this race today. But then there's the climb, and the sprinters were lining up behind. In the red jersey, Wouter Whippet, who's come close already this week, launched the attack. But coming up on the rails, it was Peter Sagan, boxed in Mark Cavendish. Cavendish trying to get out of the mess, and Sagan showing Wouter Whippet a clean pair of wheels. And in fact, Mark Cavendish getting across the line in 3rd place from what seemed like an almost impossible position on the left of our picture.
Yeah, but as if launched from a cannon, Peter Sagan came up and he pulled a couple of wheelies crossing the line. Such was the ecstatic victory that he got after all the pressure that's been on his shoulders. He came from a long way back, 6th position when he came around the corner inside the finishing straight, and he used the slipstream of Graham Brown there, the former 2-time Olympic gold medalist, to launch himself onto the attack. Into the slipstream there you can spot of Daniel Oss, and no one was going to challenge him on this occasion. Second, and he's turned that into 1st today.
And he's really at the finishing line. He thanked all of his team, and as he's been under severe criticism by the team's owner, Oleg Tinkoff, this is one for Peter Sagan against the boss. Salutes the crowd, but the yellow jersey staying on the shoulders of Tom Scoynes. The first time the Hincapie team have had to defend a lead in a major event of this quantity, and they've done it with panache. Mark Cavendish holds on to the green jersey as the sprint leader of this event, the jersey that Peter Sagan has won for the past 5 years, and Alaphilippe is still the young rider in the white jersey, while it was Greg Daniel voted the most aggressive rider of the day for that late attack and long breakaway. So the overall situation after 4 days, Tom Scoynes keeps his lead. He lost 10 seconds of it because of the sprint bonus to Peter Sagan. Rob Britton keeps 3rd, Julian Alaphilippe in 4th, and Daniel Jaramillo in 5th place. Guessing the defending champion is in 6th. Top 9, Lawson Craddock, third last year, is in 9th place. And Jay McCarthy on the Tinkoff Saxo team hung on to his 10th place. Basically, no change overall.